Aloha, namaste, soul family. I am Asura, and I think I want to say, kind of like Prince, formerly known as Deb Hart. Again, we all just have to laugh at ourselves, but as my guidance keeps telling me, the frequency matters. So here I am. I'm back. Wow, has it been a time? And so much has happened, specifically in the last 11 months that I am going to share. I'm just not quite ready to share yet. I am still, I would say, exhausted at a soul level. And probably many of you can relate to that. But I am going to share my journey because what has been happening in me and through me is mirroring what's happening on the planet, which, then again affects the collective. So I am going to share. I'm just not ready quite yet. But I'm coming on really quick today because I want to share with you, and I'm just looking for my notes right now because I don't want to forget anything. I want to share with you a dream I had last night. So to begin with, the last two videos I talked about that I put here on YouTube, I talked about freedom. So there was the 999 portal, ninth month, the ninth day of the month. It's a 9-year, 2025 adds up to a 9. It was a 999 portal. But also, if you add 999 together, that's 27. You add the 7 and the 2 together, that's a 9. So no matter how you slice it, it was a 9. A day of endings, which allows for liberation, freedom. And then I released a video in the last 2 days talking about what astronomers are calling the 3-eye atlas, that I had a transmission from it, calling it a atlas arc, and that it's bringing codes of freedom, other things, but codes of freedom. So if you missed that and it's interesting to you, you'll see that in my list of videos here on YouTube. So I want to share that last night I had a dream. I really feel like it showed me how close we are to truly arriving at freedom. So to begin with, I have a lot of things that happen through me, happen through my body, through my experiences walking around on the planet, that really mirrors what's happening with the planet and shifting and the collective. And there are many of you that are clearing density for the planet, transmuting, doing grid work, stabilizing stargates, etc. Many of you are transmuting for the collective through your bodies, and you're not even aware. I know I was doing it my whole life and not aware. I just thought I was sick all the time. So what happens when you travel? The first day or two could last longer, that you're at a place. You frequently get frustrated because you're like, are you kidding me? I'm on vacation. Why do I always get sick? My guides said it was me transmuting effluvia for the collective or for a location. I didn't know what effluvia meant. So, that's always when you know where information's coming from, right? I mean, maybe I should say a good guidance is when you hear words that you're like, I don't even know what that means. It's definitely not you. But my guides told me that I was transmuting effluvia. So of course, I had to look that up, and they speak so much more eloquently and beautiful than I do. It means shit. You're transmuting shit for the collective. Isn't that lovely? And you're welcome, right? So many of us are doing that. So I had a dream that I woke up from last night, and it's been a long time since I've had what I would consider to be a nightmare or a, scary dream. It was very scary to me. It was very ominous and creepy and nothing bad for the planet. I want to preface that right now, but for me, it was scary. I woke up, that feeling, and my heart racing, and took hours before I could go to sleep again because I was very disturbed. again, not only do I not have bad dreams, but I don't remember the last time I felt disturbed. So in this dream, this is really interesting, is it was men. And actually, I haven't really dove into that, but they looked like Lincoln, like the long vest or jacket and top hat, and just kind of looked at from that era. And it was looking at the back of them. And I saw a big, not a nail, like long, but like a peg. It was like thick, being pounded into the first one was in the, like, right here at the bottom of, like, bottom of your Achilles to the beginning of your heel on your foot. I saw that being pounded in, and it just felt very sterile. I didn't feel any emotion whatsoever. It was almost like they were zombies, like no feeling, like just lined up. And then the other one was it being pounded into the bottom of the neck. And I saw this multiple times, going back to the ankle, almost heel area, but I'd say the Achilles. And yeah, I was very disturbed. So it took a long time. I definitely couldn't go into meditation right away. But once I really connected, and I asked my guides, my higher self, all of my guidance, what in the world was all of that about? Knowing very well that everything happens for a reason. There isn't anything that dream wise that doesn't mean something, whether it's something small that we're just ready to release, or it's answering a problem, or whatever. Maybe it's just having fun. Maybe we're just having fun. Wouldn't that be great? So I was getting that the Achilles was about movement, walking our path. Also, if you think about any of you that study medical, say terminology, I was a nurse too long, medical intuitive stuff, anything having to do with the skeleton is about movement, and having issues with the skeleton, issues in forward movement. But this was about freedom of movement, like being able to walk our path. And what's really interesting that I woke up thinking about early this morning, and I'm smelling rain coming in. I'm so happy. By the way, I'm going to digress really quick. We're supposed to be having a huge, it started off as a category 4 hurricane that never happened. So it's been like, ugh, for days here, just humid and stifling. And so I am really, really celebrating the fact that it smells like rain's coming in and we've got a little bit of breeze. So thank you for letting me digress. And I hope that you're able to feel this forward momentum that's coming in right now as I'm talking about freedom of movement and moving forward. So when I actually got up this morning, I had a realization that I have been having a pain. Actually, it's both of the very bottom of my Achilles going towards my heel for months. And I thought to myself, okay, this must just have to do with this giant birthing process that I'm going through for the last, like I said, like 11 months now. But it was painful, where I'd get out of bed and it was hard to walk for just, I don't know, maybe a total minute, maybe a little bit longer than a minute, where I felt like I had to really stretch it out. Like, what in the Sam Hill is this? So anyways, I have been having that symptom and not putting anything together at all. And then the neck, freedom of voice, speaking our truth. And this is what I was being shown by my guidance, is this is where humanity has been pinned, not being able to move forward in our own paths because of outer experiences in our reality over many thousands and thousands of years, right? That is kind of preventing that. As a collective, I'm not speaking about individual people, as a collective, not being able to move forward in our path through our ascension journey, or speaking our truth. And then you've got that sterile feeling that I was experiencing, the institutions, systematic control. And that's really what it felt like, because it felt like a line of cows, just lining up, moving forward, no emotions. And I'm not saying cows don't have emotions, but it just was like that herd mentality, very, very sterile. And so I was getting that by witnessing it, I was assisting in clearing it. So I just really wanted to point out that it's just like clearing density within our bodies. My brain has been quite slow, so pardon me for so many pauses. Just like density coming up within our bodies, that we have to witness it. It's the same for the planet. That's why we're having to see everything that's happening out there. We need to witness it. So we know really what's been happening behind the scenes, seeing the truth. As within, so without. If you want to understand how the universe works, look inside your body. It's all there. As within, so without. So I feel like freedom codes are no longer coming. I feel like they're here. So if you're feeling, I just wanted to share, like if you're feeling experiences like strange dreams, jitters, old fear rising, it could very well be bondage leaving your body. Either what's within you, or again, many of us are processing things for the collective, whether we're aware or not. Just breathe through it, see it for what it is, and release it. Just allow it to pass through. I mean, that's what we hear over and over, right? Let's not attach to a story. And it's hard when you have your emotions flowing to not create a story around it, but to the best of your ability to breathe through it and just allow it to release through you, because you don't need to carry it anymore. Freedom is here and we are walking into it. So I just wanted to remind you, this is a re-ascension process that is an inside job. It is an inside job. Nothing is happening out there. Just like we keep hearing, nobody's coming to rescue you. There is no savior that's coming back to say, here, take me by the hand and I've got you. Let me pull you out of this. It's an inside job and we chose to come here for this. You know why? Because we're badasses. We knew that we could do it. We knew it, which means you're going to do it. This is a re-ascension process, an inside job. The old world might appear to be crumbling, but it only has power if we feed it our attention. Every time we focus on fear, every time we focus on the craziness that is happening so fast all day long, every day, we energize it. What do you want to energize? Every time we focus on freedom, we embody that. Here comes that wind again. I want to embody freedom. So I just ask you, choose freedom, choose love, choose the inner truth that no system or shadow or past bondage can bind you. The codes of freedom are here. They're alive in our bodies. They're alive in our heart. They're alive in our DNA right now. And as we each embody it, we amplify this for all of humanity. And that's really the biggest gift that we can give, not only ourselves, but as we anchor that and we truly become that, we are holding that frequency for all. And then that spreads like a virus, like osmosis. So hold your gaze inward on what is eternal. We are eternally spiritual beings. We are eternal spiritual beings. I was like, where did I get stuck? Eternal spiritual beings. I've been really short, even though it doesn't feel like it, especially when you're walking through hell. Been a very short human experience. So I invite you to share so the codes of freedom can ripple out further. So if you'd like to walk through this journey together, please subscribe and stay connected. Listen, I haven't been on Facebook in 10 years. I am not one of those people that cares about likes. How many likes do I have? How many friends do I have? I don't care about all of that. I want whatever I have to say to reach the right person. But if this could be helpful to you and you want to do this journey together, subscribe so that we can stay connected and you know when I release a new video. Each time we gather, we amplify that light. Let's do it together. I love you all so, family. This was just a quick message. I send you so much love, peace, and aloha. And I say, a hui ho. Until we meet again.